Okay, so here's our panel now. We're in primer. All the dents and everything are gone. There's not a lick of Bondo in that whatsoever. We're in primer. We're ready to scuff that primer down, and then we're going to shoot it. Now, a premium job at an auto body shop, they're going to remove the bumper, they're going to paint the bumper completely, and they're going to paint this quarter panel completely. And the way we achieve a super premium repair is we're going to unmolest as much of the car as we can. The best paint on that car is the paint that's already on the car. No quality of paint we can put over the car is going to be as good as what's already on the car, because that's what we want to match. All we're going to do is we're going to try and match it. So the less amount of place that we paint, the super premium repair we get. And so that's what we've done there. That primer is as minimal as it possibly can. We're going to wet sand that with the smallest grit that we can, so that it doesn't ever heat up and you wind up with those sand scratches coming back. A lot of auto body shops, when they do this, when they go wet on wet on wet, in other words, we prime today, we color today, we clear coat today, you wind up with some sand scratches in there eventually. With this, we're not going to have any sand scratches because we used 600 grit sandpaper. Another nice thing too, you know, an auto body shop, you know, they're supposed to be environmentally friendly, and because we're spraying outdoors, we aren't as environmentally friendly. I got to say, most auto body shops, when they do a small job like this, it doesn't always go in the spray booth. They're gonna spray this out on the floor. When they spray it on the floor, there's Bondo dust in the air. There's all kinds of dirt particulates that are going to get in the paint. I actually wind up with as clean or even a cleaner paint job out here because I don't have as much stuff floating in the air. We keep everything nice and clean. The other nice thing too, the body shop, the least amount of paint that they can make is a quarter pint of paint. We don't need a quarter pint of paint to do this job, so what happens to all that paint we don't use? Well, it gets wasted. It's part of their hazardous waste. And as a body shop owner, my dad owned a body shop, you know, we always tried to reuse that paint if we ever could, but at the end of the year, we sure had a lot of dried up paint left over. With our system, because we use Standox paint, we're going to get a perfect color match with our computer. We're actually only going to make, for this job right here, about 42 grams of paint, which is roughly 2 ounces, almost 3 ounces of paint after it's reduced. And I know that's really boring stuff, but the important thing is all the paint we make gets put on the car, nothing gets wasted. We also use a Satajet gun with a 65% transfer rate. That's the highest transfer rate you can get, but that means less stuff going into the air. It's called volatile organic compounds. We have to get licensed with the Department of Environmental Quality. Every time we do a job like this, we have to keep track of the amount of volatile organic compounds that we create and put in the atmosphere. And this way we have the least possible amount. For a job like this, we are a lot more environmentally friendly. But at the end of the day, we're putting less hazardous materials into the atmosphere and doing the repair with a super premium quality.